All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Gonna be shipping out some orders this morning. We got not that many to ship out, and that's why I titled the live the way I did. We are in full swing summer slowdown. If you don't know, every year around this time, sales will dip off. There's people out on vacations. They're not buying things online as much because they're spending money on vacations, things like that. So yeah, sales are slow. I think they're slow for everybody, and that's okay. If sales are slow for you, key is to keep listing. Don't panic. Just keep swinging. Everything will turn around here shortly. What's up, Juliet? What's up, Lily? We're actually taking a vacation this week, so I'm cool with it slowing down. I'm on vacation just like everybody else is probably on vacation right now, and that's why we're getting slower sales. So I've seen a lot of talk recently in the chat rooms and whatnot about sales being slow, and I figured I'd just title my stream like, hey, I'm right in here with you guys. My sales are super slow. I've been listing consistently, listing the stuff that usually sells, and it's just a super slow time of the year. So it'll be like this for the next month, and then everything should turn back around and be a lot better. But I figured I'd title the stream as such to show you guys like everybody's having this issue. It's not just the smaller sellers, it's also the bigger sellers too that are having a little bit of slowdown. What's up, Jen? What's up, Juliet? What's up, Lily? Welcome in. So today, but nice short live. You guys remember December, January, February this year? These morning lives on Mondays would usually have like 60 plus items to ship out. I'd be here for a while shipping with you guys, but again, we're in the midst of the slowdown. So 20 orders. We're gonna get these packed up. I do have to pack up my whatnot sales from this weekend too. I packed up most of them. I don't know if you can see over there. Got most of them packed up except for the larger orders. So me and Kayla are gonna knock those out after the live. But yeah, slow sales on eBay, Poshmark. I actually had one sale on every platform though. eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and whatnot all had at least one sale. So I guess that's a plus, but definitely slower. What's up, Cindy? Everybody's over here on YouTube. By the way, YouTube and Facebook, I do have a bolo video coming out later today. As soon as I'm done with this live shipping out whatnot orders, I just have to make a thumbnail and the video will be live. So it's going to be a jean bolo video. That's why I put out that jean post yesterday. It's going to be a good one. A lot of the brands I think most of you guys probably, sorry, I have hiccups. Most of you guys have probably never heard before. So that video will be out sometime around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that'll give you guys some content to watch because the next couple days we're going to be on vacay, so content might be a little bit slower. We'll see. Depends on what we do on vacation. If I go thrifting and such, then I'll make some content, but other than that, it'll be super slow. My sales are picking up. 8 sales alone yesterday. Let's go. Some people are having great sales. Some people are having slower sales. I know I'm having slow sales. I also didn't list consistently last week. I listed Monday, Tuesday, sporadically listed like 10 items on Thursday, and then I don't think I've listed anything since Thursday, so that might be another reason why I'm having a little bit of slower sales. What's up, Painters? I appreciate you hopping in. All right, let's get started. We're going to start with a lonely Mercari order. I'll take it. Mercari is always slow. Oh, I got to grab some poly bags. Anytime I get a Mercari sale, it's a good day because usually we don't get Mercari sales over here. So, hello from Virginia. I'm up to 5 sales. Let's go. Just starting. Already got 5 sales. That's good. That's awesome. This is my first year taking reselling seriously. What does a summer slowdown usually end? Usually ends when summertime ends. So kids go back to school mid-August, beginning of August, mid-August. That's when you'll see a little uptick in sales with people buying like back to school clothing and whatnot. And then it should keep slow for a little bit after that. And then September, October, it'll slowly start heating up. And then November, December, January, February, March is like really good. So that's why, even though it's slow right now, you shouldn't just stop listing altogether and give up. You should list heavy right now. As long as you have the assets to go out and buy more inventory, list heavy, get those items listed when everybody goes and starts buying a bunch of stuff. So that's my suggestion. We're still listing. We're going to fill up our store. And then come wintertime, you've already done all that work before. So you'll be able to get tons of sales. No sourcing for me. I have over 600 items to list. Yeah, no sourcing for you. That's pretty crazy. 600 items. I think I've only once had that much inventory. That was before we hired mom. And yeah, that I was miserable because I knew how much money was sitting there not unlisted. That's just think of all that potential profit. You have 600 items. Just imagine each of those sell for 20 bucks a piece on average on eBay at a lower dollar lower dollar sale price. You're sitting on so much money right there. So much money. What's up, Sandra? Welcome in. Yeah, Mercari and Depop are the worst. I've had 42 offers from buyers on Depop. Depop buyers, man, they just love to make offers and never, ever, ever, ever send the money over. It's like they love to window shop. Dora! What's up, D the God? Welcome in. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend of sales. Appreciate everybody hopping on in. All right, let's get started again. First, I didn't open Nifty yet. I'm all over the place this morning. I actually woke up early, chat. Today's a good day. Any day I woke up at 8. Me and Kayla chilled out for a little bit. I went and grabbed some coffee. I'm feeling good. I think you guys can see I'm probably a little bit more energized than usual because I usually never have coffee in the morning, but this morning I was like, I need some coffee in my life. I need to grab some coffee. Let me see. For some reason this Mercari sale hasn't populated yet, but I know what it sold for, so that's okay. This is a pair of men's Bonobos jeans. These just sold right before the live. Good jeans to look out for as long as you can grab these really, really cheap, and that's what I did with these. Grab these for $7. These sold for $24 over on Mercari. So nice little sale. It's starting to rain outside. Also, I'm doing a Whatnot show, $10 starts with some excellent items to pump up my followers. Some are worth well more than $10. Awesome, Stephanie, drop your Whatnot username in the chat, and I will put it up on the screen for you. Ooh, something's making Lady mad. She's out there growling. She's probably growling at the neighbor. She hates the neighbor. Anytime the neighbor walks outside, she just growls at her. So weird. All right, this one's going UPS, so I'll toss that one off to the side. What's up, Dana? Welcome in. How do you know which items will sell on Poshmark? Everything that gets listed to eBay gets cross-listed to Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. Clothing-wise, hard goods don't get cross-listed to all 4 platforms. Clothing, everything gets cross-listed. We generate our listings with Nifty via the photos. Once they're generated, we just hit list and it automatically lists them to 4 platforms for us. So super, super easy to do. But yeah, all clothing gets cross-listed. Need to get cracking on listing. There you go. Get cracking on listing. Love to watch. This just woke up to $1. Wait, love to watch this. Just woke up to $1.90 item going to somebody with 0 feedback. Literally just joined eBay. Don't worry about that. That's good. That's fine. People buy on Google. So if they didn't have an eBay account and they saw your item, they searched for it on Google and they find it and they purchased it, they can buy through Google as a guest account, 0 feedback, and you could still ship it. I've never had an issue with 0 feedback. I actually don't ever look at my buyers. I never even look at how much feedback they have. So I wouldn't worry about it at all. Most likely somebody who searched for your item on Google found it and they bought it. That's all that is. So what's the best strategy when you go on vacation? I am going midweek. We usually try to go on vacations Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but this year my birthday fell midweek, so we're going midweek this week. I'm going to put on my store on vacation. I should have done it yesterday night, but I'm going to put it on vacation right after this live. And then whatever sells on eBay will get shipped on Thursday when I get back home. I'm not going to message each buyer and say, hey, we're on vacation for a couple extra days because it's only like 2 days midweek. But yeah. Put my store on vacation on Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. I'm unable to make sales when my store's on vacation there, but on eBay, I'm still able to make sales. So hopefully I sell enough to pay for the vacation while I'm on vacation. I come home, ship the items, and it's back to normal work. But every single platform, you can put your store on vacation mode, and then you just go enjoy your vacation. You don't have to worry about anything. Found my first Robert Graham limited edition t-shirt. Let's go. They make limited edition t-shirts. This is why I should search the t-shirt section. I never do. Nice. Limited edition Robert Grahams always sell really, really well. So you probably made some good money right there. I made my first estate sale video with the meta glasses. Finished editing last night. I think I'll actually post it when one of the unique items I bought sells. You don't have to wait until it sells. Just post the video. I'm curious to watch it. Estate sales, I thought about doing that with the meta glasses because I don't really do estate sales and garage sales. So I'm curious how that one turns out. Also, Dora, they came out with the Oakleys on the 11th. The Oakleys supposedly can film in 3K, and they have twice as long as of a battery life. So basically, you can film instead of like 30 minutes to an hour, you can film for an hour to 2 hours supposedly. So I am highly considering buying them, even though I just bought the other Metas. The only issue is I don't like the look of them. If you look at them, they have like a squared nose right here. They're supposed to look like futuristic. Oakley is like known for that, but I'm not really sure I like them. But I need that battery life because I'd be able to film so much. So, can you tell us about a little bit about HS tariff code? I'm not sure I don't do any shipping I do overseas is through eBay's international shipping program. So I never deal with tariff codes or anything like that. eBay takes care of that for me. So I wouldn't be the guy to answer that question, unfortunately. Just trying to be honest with that one. I use eBay's international shipping program. I ship it to a hub, eBay takes it, they repackage it or keep it in the same package, they ship it overseas for me. They make that process super easy for all sellers. It's easy to opt into when you're on eBay. It's just a setting that you click and press OK and you're good to go. Appreciate you. Yeah, my birthday's in 2 days, so July 16th. What I want you guys to do is when I drop the video today in support of my birthday, just go there, like the video, and leave a comment. That's all I ask. And that'll be dropped at like 1, I think like 12 or 1 in the afternoon. Just look out for my post. You'll see it. If you're watching on Facebook, you can just watch it right on Facebook. You don't have to go to YouTube. Mine and my son's birthday is this Wednesday. My birthday is this Wednesday too. Let's go. We're all birthday. July 16th, I think honestly is like the best day to have a birthday because it's so far away from all the other holidays, except for July 4th, but nobody gives gifts on July 4th. So we have the best birthdays. July birthdays are literally the best. You can't beat them. There's no holidays. Everybody gives you gifts. It's the best. Kayla got gypped. Her birthday is December 17th, so it's like right before Christmas. Every year I'm like, all right, we'll get you a gift, but I'm gonna get you like a big gift, and it'll be a birthday and a Christmas gift all in one. I have a show scheduled. Oh, there we go. I have a show scheduled for Sunday, July 20th at 8 a.m. Nice. What's your Whatnot username? Yeah, drop your Whatnot username in the chat, and then I'll put it up on the screen. Oh, it's there it is right there. It is Stephanie D-O-U. Stephanie D-O-U, that is their username. Everybody go bookmark that show. Which is better, Nifty or Sellraise? I've never used Sellraise before, so I don't know how to speak to it to tell you how Nifty is better or Sellraise is better than Nifty. But I'll tell you what Nifty does. Delist, relist, it shares your Poshmark closet, it sends out offers, it has a full analytics tool to be able to show you your sale. Actually, I'll just show it to you. I'll show it on the screen so you can see. Sellraise, I think, is more of like you take a photo and it like generates the listings for you, I think is how it works. But this is completely different. So this is a full analytics page. I'm able to see all of my insights here, gives me my numbers, everything right here on Nifty. You can do this all from your phone as well too. I have a complete inventory dashboard, shows my items, where they're listed, cross-listed to. I can also create listings based off the photos. I think that's similar to Sellraise, where you can take a photo and it'll generate the listing. Same thing will happen on Nifty. You can do that in bulk as well on Nifty. And then you have your dashboard where it shares your Poshmark closet, sends out offers, follows people back. It sends offers on eBay, Mercari, and Depop, and recreates listings. Actually, I got to turn this back on. Recreates listings on eBay, Mercari, and Depop for you, so all your stale listings will get relisted. This is all done in the background. You don't have to have a device running. As soon as you set it, you can forget it. My Mercari got delinked, so that's why this isn't started. So just to start this back up, all I have to do is hit that, and then I don't want to adjust the price. Hit save. Okay, we're good to go. But that's how you set it up. Super easy to do. Just set it and forget it. And then when you want to create a new listing, you just take a photo and Nifty AI will take care of all the rest for you. Just make sure you check your listings. Any AI software, when you put your photos in, it'll generate the title, generate the listing, but you always want to go through and just check. It's not going to be instantly good to list. You also have to put in a price as well. Yeah, I'm not interested in the style. The style is kind of weird. Yeah, and I agree with Felix. I think they're kind of ugly, and they're very noticeable. Like, the good thing about the Ray-Ban Metas is they're kind of a normal-looking pair of glasses. They look like Ray-Bans, so people don't really know you're filming. Whereas those, people will be able to know you're filming. They'll be like, what the heck is this futuristic glasses you're wearing on your face? I have 2 pairs that would be ideal, especially for you. 2 pairs of what? I forgot what we were talking about earlier. I'm so behind on chat. Yeah, you're good. I got you. Good morning. I sell as an individual. Is it better to have a store? What's the benefits? As soon as you reach over 250 listings, you're going to start paying insertion fees. So I would say when you first start on eBay, when you're a brand new seller, don't buy a store until you get close to that 250, and then you become more serious, and then you do the store subscription. Benefits. Some of the benefits to a store subscription is you don't pay those insertion fees anymore. Also, you're able to run sales and do things like that. So you get like a couple extra perks. Just imagine you wanted to put your store on a 20% off sale. You can do that with a store subscription, but you can't do it when you don't have a store subscription. So appreciate all the birthday wishes. Yeah, I won't be live tomorrow morning, most likely, depending on what time we leave. If we leave a little later, I'll probably hop on and ship out my orders. But I won't be live on Wednesday or Thursday this week because we'll be out and about. December 16th. Oh yeah, it's a bad day. Nifty is the best. I agree. Somebody mentioned another one in my live the other day. What was it? Oh, it's called Riva. So I'm looking at Riva and seeing and comparing the two. I've always said this, like, I don't care how many active affiliates I have on one platform compared to another. If I find a better service at a better price that does more, I am going to switch to it. I'm not loyal to any 100% loyal. Don't contract sign with any Crosslister. I always push the best product. So I'm looking into Riva right now to see how good that is too. I have my doubts, and I have my, what's another word? There's goods and bads, I think, with every Crosslister. So I'm trying to figure out the bads and the goods all at the same time. But I think Nifty is the best by far, based off what I've seen. I have the same name on all platforms, but I'm not sure how painful it is to be match names. Need to. I think it's good to have your same, especially if you're selling and you're starting to grow a platform on Whatnot. You should have the same names on every platform: Instagram, Facebook, Whatnot, YouTube, because then people can find you everywhere. They just Google your name and all your platforms show up. So I do highly suggest that. You should do your birthday and then Kayla's half birthday. Well, we're going on vacation. I'll call it her half birthday. How about that? Maybe I'll get bonus points for that. Can you share my Whatnot? Yep, of course. Whatnots, feel free to drop it in the chat. Your name's in the chat too. And everybody go bookmark shows. Let everybody know what's happening. Also, when we're on Whatnot too, a good thing to do is when we're on Whatnot, come into our shows and promote your shows, because I doubt a lot of people are going to go from Facebook and YouTube over to your show. You have way more of a chance when we're live to have people go to your Whatnot and just click on your name right there, because it's much easier. So. Yep, with AI, watch size of material, 100%. Not every AI tool, no matter who says their AI tool is the best and the worst and all that stuff, you should always verify your information is correct. Every single AI tool is going to make mistakes. As they grow and get better and better, I think they'll get better to where you don't really have to look too much. But you should definitely be looking right now, because a lot of these tools are brand new and they do make mistakes. Nifty makes mistakes all the time. I know other platforms, I'm not going to say which ones, make mistakes all the time too. It's becoming known. They were told that they were supposed to be fantastic and they'll never make mistakes, and a lot of them are making mistakes. So just verify your listings. It only takes a couple seconds, but either way, it's saving you a ton of time loading all that information in. Even if you have to change one or two things in the listing, it's still saving you time in the long run. I don't know what she's barking at. Starting using Nifty a month ago, paid for itself the first 2 days. I've noticed that when it creates new listings, it does not include the promotion percentage. Yes, that is not a setting within Nifty. That's actually a setting within eBay. So you have to create an automated promotion under your advertising dashboard. As soon as your item relists on Nifty or gets listed on Nifty, it would automatically be promoted. But that's a setting within eBay. It's never going to be a setting within an AI tool. It's always going to be within eBay itself. How does Nifty work for Poshmark? Banning resellers. Well, Nifty has no control on what Poshmark does to ban its sellers. Lady, hush. She keeps barking at. She's probably a squirrel or something outside. Nifty has no control of that. Poshmark is banning sellers just for removing sold listings. So even if you didn't even use an AI tool at all, and let's say you sold a pair of Hokas on eBay and you just listed them on Poshmark and you remove that listing within a day or 2 or 10 from when you listed it, Poshmark can still ban your account. It's all randomized right now. So what I would say is on Nifty, what I've done is I've stopped the delist, relist of 30-day items that are 30 days or less. So, or 60 days or less, I think it is. So no delist and relist on Poshmark. I don't do that anymore because I don't want to give it even more of a chance of banning my account, if that makes sense. Reva looks a little newer and less built out. Yeah, I'm gonna test it and see. I mean, I've already reached out to them. They reached back out to me, so we'll see how that all works. But yeah, I'm just always lenient on promoting a brand new software because I feel like if I do, and it gets flooded with a bunch of brand new accounts, they're gonna have technical issues, and then everybody's gonna come back to me and be like, "Why'd you promote this platform?" So I'm definitely talking with them and seeing if they're better, and if they could take a mass, sign up, if you get what I mean. Good morning, glad I caught you live. I was just watching surfs. I'm sorry, Festive Flipper. I'm sorry you had to deal with him this early in the morning. I try not to. I always go in there and heckle him. I'm just kidding. eBay made the shipping price more expensive for buyers, but USPS, when they buy the shipping, hasn't reflected it. How do we change this? You can change your shipping settings within your eBay account. So hold on. I'm going to show you really quick. I might have to jump off and use the bathroom really quick too, chat. I never try to use the bathroom on live, but I got to use the bathroom. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right, you're on the main eBay page right here. What you're going to do is you're going to click My eBay, top left-hand corner. You're going to scroll right here to Account. I'm going to click on Account. And then you're going to scroll down to Shipping Preferences. And if you want to give that discounted rate to your buyer right here, you're going to click on Edit, and you're going to change it. Instead of this setting right here, you're going to change it where you give the discount to the buyer. Super easy to do. Edit. eBay discounted rates. You're going to click on that and hit Save, and then that's going to give the eBay discounted rates to your buyer automatically. That's how you do it. Super, super easy to do. I've left all things alone thus far. Yeah, I turned off delist relist. I highly suggest you guys do too. I've always said this. The only benefit you get from a delist relist on Poshmark is you end up on the newly listed page. You do end up at the top of search, but you do the same thing if you share your item. So it's better to share your item and not get closer to getting your account banned from a delist relist. Even though Nifty does it within all the guidelines, it only delist and relist items that are 60 days and older. But still, Poshmark is kind of a weird platform right now. So for Nifty, you can only do up to 500 generated listings a month. It looked like with the higher plan, are you able to do more? You are. I believe when you do every additional listing, it's only 1 penny per listing. But to be honest, I don't know how many people in the chat list more than 500 items a month. That's a lot. That's over 10 items per day, every single day of the month. Even if you listed just 5 days a week, that's a lot of listings. So 500, I never even hit 500 myself. If you do, you can just buy more credits. That's simple. It's just buy more credits. You also get 2,000 cross lists. So if you wanted to, you could focus on doing your regular listings as soon as you hit 500. If you're almost at the end of the month, you just create the rest of your listings and cross list those normally. And then as soon as the cycle ends, next month comes back up, boom, you can start generating listings again. But again, I've never, ever hit the 500 listing credit. I've only once hit the cross listing credit, and that's when I first started Nifty, and I had a bunch to cross list, and that's why I hit that. So what's up, Juan? Juan in the chat. Yeah, no breaks. No breaks at all. I probably should go use a bathroom break, but I'm going to keep going. I'm just so glad I decided to leave all the platforms. Nifty has been really simplifying my life. Yeah, some people, doing multiple platforms is just too much. And if doing just eBay is what you want to do, go for it. I like it. You're so real. I try to be. What's your email? If you want to reach out to me for any reason, it's kwayconsign@gmail.com. kwayconsign@gmail.com. Can you touch on Poshmark delist relist scenario? If I uncheck the setting, do I need to manually remove my items? Again, let Nifty do the delist relist for you. Right now on Poshmark, basically what's happening is if an item is just listed, and even though in their rules they state that if an item is just listed and you remove it because it's sold on other platforms, you're supposed to be okay. But basically what they're doing is if it's listed under 60 days, it'll ding their little algorithm and there's a possibility for you to get banned. Even if you do everything within the guidelines, there's still a possibility for you to get banned. So what I would say is, again, turn off the delist relist. That's probably the best option for everybody. Turn off the delist relist for Poshmark. Just share your closet. And if you do get banned for whatever reason for removing a listing, again, you would do that even if you just did that manually. There's still a chance for that happening. What I would do is reach out to Poshmark and be like, hey, this item sold on eBay. That's why I removed it. Yada, yada. So, yeah. I'm going to go use the bathroom really quick. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Just chat amongst yourselves. Again, I don't usually get off live, but I got to use the bathroom really quick. So just chat amongst yourselves for a minute. Share your whatnot sales, all that stuff, or your whatnot usernames, and I'll be right back. And leave your questions in the chat too. I'll come back and I'll answer a bunch of questions because we still have basically all the orders to ship. So I'll be right back. I'm sorry, I don't usually use the bathroom on live, but I got to go. I'll be right back. All right. Feel much better. Oh man, no shame in my game. I had to go, chat. Happy birthday. Just an idea for you. I have the same photo setup as you. I have a small blanket instead of carpeting. Yeah, so I've actually considered, I know this is going to sound weird, but I've considered changing the layout again. I saw a video on TikTok of a lady who has one of the same light boxes I have, except it's like half the size and it'll fit on a desk. So when we move, I'm possibly considering buying that setup and testing it out. It's only like 120 bucks, but you get the same quality photos. The only thing I don't like about this setup, it's not set up right now, but the only thing I don't like about this setup is the quality of the photos are not nearly as good as they used to be. So yeah, I'm considering changing the setup back, but setting it up to a smaller light box. So I'll let you guys know. I'm not going to do that until we move. So appreciate you, Obabs. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody has a good weekend. Thanks for the awkward silence. I know. Since his birthday, we will allow this. I know. I'm sorry, chat. I had to go. Morning coffee. That's what I'm saying. I had. If I could hold it, I would have held it, but I couldn't. I had to go. And usually I have Kayla come on the stream, but she's having issues too. She's having stomach issues. We actually were about to cancel the Whatnot show on Saturday because we both had really, really bad. I think we caught like a flu bug. And she still kind of has it a little bit, so she went to the doctor because she wants to get better before tomorrow. So she's going to get some medicine. But yeah, we've both have really bad issues. Joey had issues like last week. I think we caught it from him. One of my daughters had it too. So it's just like going around the house. But I feel 100% better, which is good because I don't want to be sick for my birthday. All right, back to shipping. We've only shipped one item so far. That's okay. We've been live for 30 minutes. Only shipped one item. I'm cool with it. Appreciate all the questions. Keep the questions coming in the chat too. I will keep answering those as I see them come in. Next sale is a Depop bundle sale, which is amazing. I don't usually get these over on Depop, so I'll take them anytime I can get them. Both of these are let me go back to my analytics. Both of these are Ralph Lauren shirts, and they both sold for 46 bucks. So full price sale on both of these. The buyer just came in, bundled them, and bought them full price. So shout out to that buyer because, again, it never happens on Depop. And I probably paid like right around $5 each for these, and they sold for $46. So yeah, feel free to self-promote, Shannon. Again, if you're promoting a Whatnot show, feel free to, but also when you see us on Whatnot, promote there. Go follow us on Whatnot, because like last weekend we had like just under 150 people in our Whatnot show. You have way better of a chance of getting follows when you're actually on Whatnot than on this platform. But you can still promote. I'll still put you on my page. Deal with freaking bathroom trips. Oh yeah, I usually don't drink coffee in the morning, but this morning I had a taste for it when I woke up, and coffee always wakes me up way more than like energy drinks do. So, and I woke up kind of early this morning, so I definitely needed it. Appreciate you, OVAPs. Appreciate you. All right, let's ship out Poshmark orders. We have 3 Poshmark sales. Not huge ones, just nice bread and butter sales. First one is a men's untucked shirt. It is a size small. Actually no, this one I didn't just recently picked up one that looks similar to this one. But I only paid $4.28 for this one, and it sold for $20 over on Poshmark. Bread and butter, untucked. I know a lot of people don't pick these up, but I still do because I still sell them frequently. If you guys watch these lives, probably last week you saw me ship like 2 or 3 of these just on the lives I did. I mean, untucked is just bread and butter. So I'm working my way to Whatnot. There you go. I like it. I like it. I like everybody that gives Whatnot a try. Again, when you first start out, it's going to be a little rough because you're just starting out, just building an audience. But Whatnot is crazy good for moving inventory. I've said this plenty of times. If you sell 10 items in an hour on Whatnot, that's huge, because you're not going to sell. Usually, most of you in this chat probably aren't selling 10 items in an hour on eBay. So the fact you can do that on Whatnot is amazing. I got all those belts from Whatnot, and guess what sold first? Tommy Hilfiger Y2K style all over logo print in a small size. Who knew? Nice. Is it a belt or was it a shirt? Because you said you got belts from Whatnot. That's insane. Yeah, I know Tommy Hilfiger's like kind of making a comeback. It did when I first started selling back in like 2018. Tommy Hilfiger had like a little bit of a comeback, then it fell off, but now it's starting to come back again. So, but it had a good weekend. Yeah, over here it's been slow too. So don't feel too bad. If you're looking for something strange, rare, and delicious, then check me out on Chef Monster on eBay. There you go. Go self-promote. Go over to their eBay store. Something delicious. What are you selling over there on eBay? What's the name of the YouTube channel with the desk setup, please? If you know, it's actually on TikTok. I don't remember the name of the person. I liked the video. Let me see if I can find it really quick. It's a lady. She was following me, and then I saw her video, and I was like, ooh, I need one of those. Let me see if I can find it really quick. It's under my liked videos right here.
Here's how we took our reselling photos from this to this. So this is a light box we purchased off Amazon. This is the brand Consignment. We'll put the measurements like here. I'm not sure.
I don't know if you can see it very well.
But it basically just comes.
But that's the measurements for it, and it just sits on your desk. This lady's name is Sell to Set Sale. So I'll put it in the chat. Probably easier to Sell to Set Sale. And it's like her third video or second video on her page. It shows the light box. So again, I'm going to test out that light box to see if it's worth it. The only issue I think is going to be jeans. I don't know if it's wide enough to where if you zoom out with jeans, if you're going to show the rest of the light box. That's what I don't want. So again, I'll test it out before I tell you guys all about the details on it. But if it's a desk sitting box that won't, touch the roof, but it'll be pretty big, then I could take all the photos inside of a room like this. And then as soon as a Whatnot show happens, I just take the light box and just move it. It looks like it's lightweight enough so I can just pick it up and move it. So I bought all the Polo in Lafayette 140, but that's insane. So a vintage Tommy Hilfiger belt sold. Yeah, that's awesome. I would have never looked twice at that belt. Sold 2 biggies this weekend: leather racing jacket and purple label sport coat. Let's go, purple label sport coat. Easy money, easy money. On Surf Show, they were just talking about how Tommy Hilfiger is getting popular again. Yeah. I've been hearing a lot of news about that, especially like the jeans with the big hits on the back, things like that. Like the Y2K style is coming back again. I wouldn't go race out and go get a bunch of Tommy Hilfiger yet. But I might test a few pieces to see how fast they sell. Because if they sell well, I find Tommy Hilfiger all the time, but I always pass it because I just figures it doesn't really sell too well. Next up, Lululemon Polo. This one didn't have a size in it, so I had to put measurements in the listing and said like fits like a medium or fits like a large. Whenever you do that, you usually get a lower dollar sale because people aren't confident in the purchase. But this one sold for $20, so nice little bread and butter sale. Lululemon Polo. These actually sell better for us on Whatnot than they do on eBay and Poshmark. So we might start moving them on Whatnot. They're just good Whatnot pieces. But there you go, $20. Lululemon Polo. I think it was a smaller size too. It ended up being like a size like medium or small based off the measurements. All right, next up, last Poshmark sale is a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. Another little bread and butter sale. This one sold for $19. I only paid $4.28 for it. Not a huge profit, but again, bread and butter. This is what, the third Ralph Lauren shirt that we shipped out today, and we still got more to ship too. So even though they're lower dollar sales, they just stack up. That's why I love selling Polo Ralph Lauren. It's just everybody loves the brand, and they're just easy to list, easy to ship. Nice bread and butter. Yeah, you can just use Nifty on your phone. If you ever watch my late night lives, Victoria, watch my last late night live when I was listing, and I show at the end of the live exactly how I load a listing into Nifty via my phone. And then what I do is finalize the listing on the computer, but you can finalize it on the phone too. As long as your phone can access the web and you have a web browser, you can use Nifty on your phone. What's up, Danny? Get the ones with all over logos for Tommy Hilfiger. I've sold the vintage jeans for men's well too. Yep. I heard the men's jeans with like the big hits or the big where the leather hit is on the back, like on the back right above the butt. That's usually good. I don't like on the waist. That's what I'm trying to think of. Is there a way to export CSV file of your inventory from Nifty to Whatnot? No, there's no way to do that. I wish Whatnot would allow Nifty to do cross-listing. Right now, Whatnot has like a partnership with Vendoo, which sucks because I hate using Vendoo to cross-list. I think it's one of the worst cross-listing softwares out there, especially for Whatnot. There's so many mistakes that happen when I use the cross-listing tool of Vendoo. I wish they would just allow Nifty to come in and create a cross-listing tool because I think they would destroy. But unfortunately, I think Vendoo's kind of blocking that from happening because Vendoo wants to be the only one that cross-lists to Whatnot. It's kind of stupid. So thanks so much about going through everything. Also, do you have any videos showing how you have your items sorted and organized? I actually do. If you go over my YouTube page and search boxes versus bins, here, I'll put it in the chat actually. There's a whole YouTube video on how I have my inventory set up. Inventory setup, if that makes sense. Let me go over to my YouTube. Let me find the video really quick. Boxes versus bins. This one right here. Get shareable link. Link copied. V. That's the video right there. That's boxes versus bins. It shows you how to do a bin system or a box system depending on what works well for your space. Watch the video, you'll figure out which one's better for you. That's a whole video on it right there. Whole step-by-step tutorial guide. I do everything except shipping on my phone. I would ship also if I had, there you go, do everything from your phone. I like it. I know Surfs does pretty much everything from his phone except for ship too. What's up, Scottway? Scottway in the chat. Hopefully you're doing better, Scott. With everything that happened like a month ago, hopefully everything's back to normal with you. If anyone needs Ralph Lauren, I have a bundle on Lystit. Yep, there's a bunch of really good bundles on Lystit. Outlet 864 has a good bundle up right now. Let me see if I can put it on the screen for you. If you need wholesale, we have wholesale lots of them available. Let me find yours. I think this is yours right here. This is the wholesale lot that's available right now. Outlet 864 has this lot available. They also have photos of everything that you get in the lot. It's $275 plus shipping. They have a list of all the sizes you get. They have quarter zips in here. Nice little lot delivered right to your door, and then you take these items and you can list them. There's also tons of other available inventory. There's tons of inventory popping up every single day There's a Judy Blue Eileen Fisher lot right there. There's an Orbis lot, outdoor wear lot. You just scroll through here. There's so much. Carhartt Dickies lot. Good North Face lot right there. 6 pieces for $45. Get those before it starts getting cold out because that price is going to increase. There's a Lululemon Anthropology lot. There's just so much available. There are some overpriced lots. There's some underpriced lots. So you have to do your research on these before you buy them. But whatever you need, there is tons. And it's almost all clothing. I think primarily all clothing and some shoes available. So again, lystit.net, lystit.net. Head on over. That's our wholesale platform. And all the lots that are available right now are from other sellers. So those are people that sell under us. And they just post their inventory. You can also do the same thing. All you have to do is apply to sell. I have like 50 storage totes and I need a better system. There you go. Yeah, watch that video. It'll help you out. Check out Tommy Bahama Performance, where especially the men's shorts as a possible good seller. Nice. I'll have to look those up to see how well. I usually pass on most Tommy Bahama shorts, but I'm sure Performance does a little bit better. I'm getting there. Okay, cool. Hopefully everything turns out to be great. My dad's having some heart issues too, so I'm right there with you with all the heart issues. I just switch everything over from bins to boxes. So much easier. I'm telling you, the boxes, when you just pull them down, I have an order pull video coming out later today. You guys will see that video. So much easier, and it's better on your back too. If you're using bins, it's great. Bins store very well, but trust me, your back is going to love you if you just switch over to the box system instead of the bins. All right, let's get started on some eBay orders. We have 13 going out the door. First one we're going to start with is this men's Vineyard Vine shirt. Sold for $20.70. Nice little bread and butter sale. Nothing crazy again. Lots of bread and butter selling this weekend. Usually when you have slower sales, bread and butter is going to help you out. So that's why we list it. I only listed higher dollar sales. After you see this live, you'll see that I would have only sold like 3 things this weekend if I just did items that sell for $40 or more. So that's why we stress listing all the types of items, including the bread and butters, because the bread and butters help fill in weekends like this. That one's going to ship for 10 ounces. Should be set in for 10 ounces too. Buyer paid $7.35. I'm only paying $6.02 for this label. Boom, boom. Printing out. I brought 3 lots so far. Let's go. I know. I've seen your orders come through. Yeah. Hopefully you like all the lots. If there's ever any like major discrepancies with the lots too, we have really good buyer and seller protections on Listit. But hopefully the sellers are doing a good job in being really honest with the things that they're listing. You just know when you're buying wholesale, there's always going to be like 1 or 2 pieces with minor flaws in there. It's part of wholesale. But if there's a lot, then you can always reach out and be like, hey, this seller did me wrong. Can you fix this? And usually we'll always take care of you right away. Next up, Orvis Trout Bum shirt. I try to always pick up these Trout Bum shirts as long as they're cheap. I only paid $6 for this one, and it's sold for $22.50. Again, little bread and butter sale. Nothing too crazy, but these are nice little filler sales. How many racks do you think I need for 1,500 pieces? I just got 25 boxes. 1,500 pieces. So each one of those boxes hold about 20 to 30 items in each one. So you'd have to do the math on that. Each row is 150, so you need 10 rows. So let's say your racks hold 5 racks. You would need 2 racks to be able to hold all that inventory. And again, if you have space in your garage, you just throw all that in your garage, easy. And then once it's set up, it's kind of out of the way. When you're pulling inventory in the morning, it's super fast and efficient. So I'd say probably 2 racks. I'd start with 2, and then if you need another one, you can always order another one after. But usually you can fit around 25 to 30 items per box. If you really squeeze them in there, you might be able to get a couple more. Next up, another one of my favorite items to sell. Polo Ralph Lauren chino pants. I know this sounds weird, but I sell these very, very fast, very frequently, but you have to list them right. These were listed for $24.99, and that's what they sold for. I just listed these like 2 weeks ago. So just basic Polo Ralph Lauren chino pants. If you're passing on them at thrift stores, I'd highly suggest picking them up, especially if they're newer labels. Grab them if you can get them cheap. I know some thrift stores price up Polo Ralph Lauren, so it's hard to get them cheap enough to make sense. But if you can grab these for like $5, easy money. Throw them into eBay, $24.99, $22.99 plus ship. If you go to the bins, you probably can find these very often at the bins too. They're probably really overlooked. and you can make some money off them. So yeah, $24.99, sold really quick, going to Miami. Buyer paid $9.70 for shipping. I'm only paying $7.66. What is a wholesale platform called? It's called lystit.net. I'll put it in the chat in just a second. Oh, almost spelled it wrong. lystit.net. 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 Create an account over there, and you can buy and sell. If you want to sell, you have to apply. We're the ones who accept all applications. If you did apply over the weekend, I'm going to accept your application as soon as I'm done with this live. So if you have like wholesale, if you have a bunch of wholesale, a bunch of stuff that you purchased, a big death pile, and just kind of want to get rid of some of the stuff, you can also wholesale that off to other resellers. So Nifty Manager Project RT. What does that mean? Nifty Manager Project RT. I'm not sure what you are asking there, Reggie. If you could reword that, I'll try to help you out. This was just listed over the weekend. It did have a small spot on the sleeve, but I still listed it because it's a really good pattern. I was going to list this for $27.99, but because it had a small spot on the sleeve, listed a little bit lower for $22.99. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted. Really, really quick sale. Polo Ralph Lauren, extra large, really good like picnic plaid, picnic table plaid shirt, and it's pink. It's like a reddish pink too, so these always sell well. Sold quickly. I'm glad to get it in and out because it did have that small spot, so I did just discounted a little bit. But usually with these, I list them a little higher because people like these short sleeve, like pink plaid shirts. Any color Polo Ralph Lauren chino pants, yeah, any color will sell well. The tans, the khakis, but you just got to get them cheap enough, and typically bigger sizes sell better. I think those were 36. If you grab them in like 30 and 32, they might be a little bit of a harder sell, but they'll still sell in those sizes too, just maybe a little cheaper. Nifty Project RT. Sorry, need more coffee. I just want to get the right app. No, it's not an app, just nifty.ai. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Click on this link. If you click this link, you'll get 15% off your first month, and you get a 7-day free trial. This right here. I just put it in the chat. Click on that if you want to give it a try. Again, that's 7 days limited free trial. You get to try out a couple of the features, and then after you get done trying them, if you like it, you'll save that 15% off your first month just by tapping that link. If it doesn't allow you to tap that link on YouTube, then it's also in my bio as well. If you click the link in my bio, it should be the first or second link in my bio, if I can remember correctly, that you tap. So, what is sell to set sale? That one is a person, somebody was asking about a light box setup that I saw on TikTok, and I saw it via her videos. That's why I put that in the chat. Do you pick up bonobos pants? I do if they're cheap enough. I actually made a post, OVABs, on my Facebook and Instagram like a week ago of a nice bread and butter bonobos pant sale that I got for like $3, and I sold for $22.99, I think. So you got to grab those cheap, but if you can find them cheap, just basic bonobos pants will sell, and they'll sell for good money. They'll sell rather quickly too. I think those were listed for less than a week. All right. Next sale is a retail arbitrage pickup. I grabbed this at TJ Maxx. It's a Polo Ralph Lauren 5XB hoodie. So it's a big and tall hoodie. You can usually find these at TJ Maxx and Marshalls because nobody there is grabbing these. But if you put these online, they have a way better chance of selling because the big and tall guys, it's hard to find their sizes. A 5XB shirt hoodie is super, super hard to find. This one sold for $54 over on eBay. Nice little sale right there. Retail arbitrage pickup. When I see Resell Brothers Warehouse, I can't imagine how they manage it. I think they manage it very, very well. Those guys are very smart. They have a whole team behind them, and they use the same inventory system basically that I use. So anytime they go pull their orders, if they have 200 orders to pull, it seems like it's a lot, but the way they have their system set up, it probably only takes them 30 minutes to grab 200 orders. And while one's pulling the orders, I know probably the other one is shipping the orders. So by the time they completely get done pulling all the orders, like half the orders are already shipped too. So they have a really good system. Those guys on YouTube, they're underrated in my opinion. Resell Brothers, highly, highly, highly underrated channel on YouTube. I think those guys have potential to really blow up and be huge in the reselling space. They already are, but I have a feeling they're going to blow up even more as long as they stay consistent. I've had conversations with those guys too. Those guys are really, really smart. Two really, really smart guys. Can't say enough positive things about them. I have no anything negative about those two guys. Do Miss Me jeans shorts do as well as the jeans? Right now, they probably sell pretty well, but they're not going to sell for as much as the jeans. But they probably will sell faster because we're in the middle of summer. So, what are you doing for your birthday? We're going to Orlando. We're going to Orlando, Ethan. We're leaving tomorrow afternoon. Sometime tomorrow afternoon. We're going to a resort and we're just kind of hanging out with kids and letting them play in the water while I drink a couple adult beverages and chill out. Ralph Lauren shirt, another one. I told you guys, bread and butter. This one sold for $24.99. Listed a little bit higher because these blue plaids tend to sell for a little bit more and a little bit faster for me. So this one was just listed like literally last week, and it sold $24.99 plus shipping over on the Bay. Excited for a new thrift store opening. Opening tomorrow, New Way. I want to see what's something other than Goodwill. I want to see something Goodwill other than Goodwill and South. Is it a for-profit? Do you know? For-profit thrift stores, in my opinion, are the best. They're a little bit more pricey, but they have better inventory. In most cases, they have better inventory. Is it frowned upon to use Amazon boxes to ship? No, you can use Amazon boxes to ship. I'd say probably people like that better than you using a new box because you're saving a box from a landfill. You're reusing it, repurposing it, giving it a little bit additional life. So I would say go for it. Amazon boxes, I've used them before to ship items in. I've used them and used eBay tape on them. Nobody's ever complained. What about the Bonobos long sleeve shirts? I usually don't pick those up again unless they're super cheap and they have a really good pattern. Some of them have like all over prints, and I'll grab those, but they have to be really cheap, and that's like a $19.99 plus shipping item. It's not going to sell for anything crazy. Sometimes even $17.99. Again, if you're buying those from the bins, you could probably grab those all day, every day, because you could buy them from the bins for $1 and sell them for $14.99 really quickly, and it'd be worth your time because you're getting them so cheap. What would you sell Bonobos men's quilted jacket for size extra small? Key right there is the extra small size is going to hurt that sale. Right now, it's going to be a hard sell because, I mean, quilted jackets, who's wearing a quilted jacket when it's 100 degrees outside? So that might sit in your store for a little bit, but to be honest, if I'm going to move that, I'm going to move it at a really, really cheap price at like $20 to $25 plus shipping max. And again, it's going to sell closer to winter. Do the brothers do retail arbitrage? They're doing 200 plus items in a day. Sorry, I just came in. Go watch their channel, Resell Brothers. I don't remember how many items they have listed, but they have like 10,000 or something like that listed on eBay. So that's why they're able to do such volume, because they have so much listed. And I think they get most of their inventory from thrift stores, but I do think they do a little bit of retail arbitrage. But again, watch their channel. They give way more information on their channel about their whole setup and everything. So, do you guys go thrifting in Orlando? We don't usually, because the thrift stores in Orlando, from what we've experienced, aren't the best. The retail in Orlando is pretty good because they dump a lot of the good brands in Orlando at certain discount stores because of the amount of foreigners and people coming in, tourists that come in. They go to a lot of those stores. So usually retail is good, but thrifting not so good, at least from what we've experienced. I know there's a bins out there, but we don't do the bins. I heard the bins is decent, but yeah, we don't usually thrift when we're out there. We do hit some Plato's Closets and things like that, though. I will do another Metaglass video about it. Do it. I like it. I like what you're doing, Dora. I like it. It'd be wild for you and Surfs merging. It would be wild for you and Surfs merging. Me and him merging. What do you mean by merging? Don't tell him that. He might think something dirty if you say merging. Me and him merging. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not sure if you addressed it in your inventory video, but with your boxes, do you just bend the sides? Yeah. So instead of cutting them off, you just bend them on the inside, and the reason you do that is it gives it a little bit more. It gives it a little bit more durability when you're putting items in. It does take up a little bit more space, but also it makes sure your boxes don't rip and tear. If you took those flaps out and you cut them off, you don't have that extra, side durability. So I would highly suggest folding them in. Easiest thing to do. Orlando has massive Goodwill. We've been in one of them, and they didn't have AC. We were in it for like 15 minutes, and we were with the kids, and that's usually what happens is we go to Orlando, we have the kids with us, and they were just complaining the whole time, so we left. And I didn't find anything. I think I found like one pair of Rock Revivals, but they had them for $24.99, and I left. I reuse boxes and get stickers on Amazon. Yep. Reuse as much as you possibly can. Yeah, reuse them. Like the Resell Brothers? Yes, like them. They're good. They're good guys. Good guys over there. Polo Ralph Lauren Performance. If you watched my first Goodwill Metaglasses video, go watch it. I grabbed this in that video. I was kind of uncertain about grabbing this, but I'm glad I did because I went home and did a little bit more research. And these actually sell really well as long as they have the word performance under the Polo Ralph Lauren. I listed this one for $29.99. I got an offer of $27.99 for this one, and I decided to take it. So nice little quick sale. This was listed just last week, and it already sold. I have one more in like a purple colorway, I think. And that one's already got some attention on it too, so I'm sure that one will sell. But Polo Ralph Lauren Performance Polos, completely different than regular Polo Ralph Lauren Polos. You usually won't get $27.99 for them. But in this case, the Performance model commands a little bit of a higher price, and that's why I was able to sell this for a little bit of a higher price. So nice pickup. Again, you can see me pick these up in real time, in person. Nice planted finds at the Goodwill, of course. I plant all my finds. Yeah, you can watch that video. It's on YouTube. By the way, that was a joke. Someone's going to clip that and be like, see, K-Way does plant all of his finds. Greetings from Indy. 4 months reseller baby here, finally caught alive. Let's go. Hey, 4 months reselling, I like that. For the first couple months of reselling is always the most fun. Like your first couple sales that you get. I remember like when I got my first couple sales, it was like that high you get from like, oh my God, I just made a sale. I remember I just bought that at Goodwill for $5 and I just sold it for $50. Oh my gosh. Like that is a cool experience. So that's awesome. Keep at it. You're in Indy though, you're where Surfs is. Make sure you take all the good items from the Goodwills. Make sure you watch all of his videos, see exactly what stores he's going to, try to figure out what days he goes, and make sure you get there first so you beat him. And then that's all I want you to do. If you can do that for me, I'd appreciate it. I reuse boxes, turning them inside out. There you go. Good thing to do. Turn them inside out. I usually just keep them the same and don't take that extra time, but do it if you have better feedback. I made a campaign for 5% promoted, and when I look at my items, they are still say it's promote. What did I do wrong? You did something within your settings on eBay when you did your promotion. You got to look at your settings. I would go back in and edit that promotion and make sure everything is set to promote, and there isn't like certain items that are set to promote, because I know you can set it many different ways. I live near a box factory, and they always have some misprints that can't ship for customers. There you go. That's good. I used to have one on my route that would always have shipping supplies, the little bags with air in them. They would always get so many of those, and they would put them in the dumpster. And when I was on that mail route, I was always like, if you guys could just like bag these up, I would take them, because I used them. This is back when I used to do a lot of Christmas house sales. And I got a bunch of free supplies. So if you have any of those in your area, just ask, because usually those companies will just give you a bunch of free supplies, because they're just going to throw them out anyway. So they might as well give them to you for free. Appreciate your positive vibes. No problem. Appreciate you putting in that work. I like it because not many people do that. A lot of people watch the videos. Nobody takes initiative to make their own videos, and it's pretty cool to see you doing that. What's best setting to delist and relist on platforms when using Nifty? Again, the only platform I don't do delist relist on is Poshmark. All the other platforms I have it set to delist relist for 30 days. So every 30 days, the cycle gets renewed, everything gets delisted and relisted. You can set it to set a discount automatically. So when a delist relist, if you want to discount by 10% to start moving some of the older inventory, you can do that. I just set it to delist relist. That's it. Every 30 days. Do it. Yeah, make sure you follow all of his videos, because you probably see a lot of familiar stores in those videos. Get there first, make a video about how you got there first and all your good finds, and tag him. And then I'll tag me too, so I can make fun of him in the comments. Instant engagement. I'll just make fun of him too. And everybody will come and laugh. Anyways, Bugatti shirt. I was kind of hesitant on grabbing these at Goodwill, because Bugatti doesn't really sell that well, but look at the pattern. I mean, the pattern is what's going to sell this shirt. The all over crazy, like it looks like a rave kind of shirt right here. Long sleeve, Bugatti, nice. It does have a flip cuff as well. This sold over on eBay for $40. So don't pass on these shirts. Even though Bugatti doesn't really have a good sell-through rate, you take good photos, you list your item, show the flip cuff. This is what my cover photo looks like on it. Again, the photos I think are not as good as they used to be, and that's why I might switch back to the old setup. But look, I show that the item has a flip cuff, show the all over crazy pattern, really nice all over print shirt, and that sold for $39.99 plus shipping. It sold in like 2 weeks, so nice little sale right there over on the eBays. Is there a way to set a rule to have the same promotion? Yep, you can go into your promoted, it's in your advertising dashboard, you set a promotion, and then as soon as your item gets listed or delisted and relisted via Nifty, it will automatically promote for you. That's how I have mine set up. It's in your advertising dashboard. Advertising, then click promotion, and then you can set your promoted rate, whatever your promoted rate needs to be. I just have mine set to 7% across the board, but again, you can create your own rules within the promotion. Had an awesome July 4th weekend. Sold 10 designer purses on Poshmark. Let's go. Purses, man. We need to get into purses. There's so much opportunity here for purses. I just don't. I need Kayla to learn them because I'm not interested in them. But I know she's interested in purses because she only has like 400 in the closet. She only uses one, but she has 400 of them. I don't know why. Anytime she sees a good looking purse, she's like, oh, I need that purse. I'm like, anyways, I have a CCA for about a year, just left in October. Much love to the mailman, because you don't know until you know. Exactly. I'm happy. I know a lot of people say like, why did you leave that job? And it doesn't make sense. Benefits, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, I'm a lot more happier doing this. Like right now, I'd be sweating. It's raining outside. I would be in the rain delivering mail, walking. I used to walk from door to door. Like, that's not fun. Being wet at literally 10:30 in the morning, and then knowing you have to be wet for the entire rest of the day. No matter how much like rain gear you put on, you're still gonna get wet. Actually, fun fact, nobody really put on rain gear, because when it's this hot outside, if you put on rain gear, you're gonna literally take the rain gear off and be wet with sweat. So I personally just got wet because I'd rather be wet with rain than wet with sweat. And then it cools me off for the rest of the day, but then you're wet the rest of the day. And just imagine walking around for sometimes 8 hours with wet socks. It's not fun. It's miserable. So yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this, because right now I'm looking outside. I'm like, man, those guys are miserable. I just know it. Robert Graham shirt, really good print, all over short sleeve print, sold for $26. Yeah, the things I could tell you about being a mailman. And then you got the people that like come to their door. You're on a walking route and you like deliver their mail, and the mail's all wet, and they're like, sir, my mail's all wet. I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? I have to keep delivering the mail. If I stop, I get in trouble. Like, I'm sorry your mail's wet. I'm sorry your junk mail got wet. There's nothing I can do about it. I literally have to deliver your mail. I can't stop. I have to try to protect the mail the best I can, but if it's a monsooning outside, I can't stop. Like, you literally get in trouble when it's storming outside and you stop to like, some days it rains here for the whole entire day. So if you stop delivering mail for the whole day just because you didn't want to get the mail wet, you would literally get fired. So like, hey, sorry, go call the office and let them know that your mail's wet. They'll tell you, oh well. So nothing I can do about it. It is hard. I have a fully time and part-time job reselling on the side, but I like to keep busy. I like to keep busy too. It's like, if I'm sitting still for too long, I'm bored. I'm bored. Ball cap's the same. You're always welcome anytime. There you go. My wife was the same. So many designer purses. Men with ball caps. Yeah. I only have 2 that I wear. I think I have like 6, but I only have 2 that I wear, and the rest are just kind of like whenever I wear them. But I don't have as many as many hats as she has purses. Here's the difference between ball caps and purses. 2 completely different price points. Ball caps you can get at thrift stores for like $5. Like this one I got off Nashville Flippers. I think I paid $15 for it, brand new. All my other ball caps I get at thrift stores for like $5 to $10. Purses, on the other hand, completely different price point. The thing is, men's shoes, I just can't sell them. Men's shoes, depends on what brands. Men's shoes do really well. So, yeah. You can only wear one at a time. Yes, I know, but I only have a couple. So, I was walking 12 miles. Yeah, facts. There was times when I first started as a CCA. No joke, I started every morning at 6:30 in the morning. I didn't get out of work until 9:30, 10 o'clock on most days. I would walk my entire route and half of another route. So I was walking literally, I remember one day I counted, it was like 18 miles I walked in one day. 18 miles, and that's 18 miles, obviously, with mail in your hand, both on your arm and in your hand. I wish I had mail near me so I could show you guys. Like, you'd have a handful of mail this big, flats in your hand. So you'd hold the mail like this and sort it as you're walking, and then you deliver the mail. You have a satchel over your shoulder with a bunch of packages in it. Everybody says, oh, mailman's an easy job. I'm like, the amount of people that tried to be a mailman and left within the first week was astonishing, because most people thought it was an easy job. You're just pitching mail into a mailbox. How hard could that be? Yeah, you'll not only have to deal with the managers in the office, but then you have to deal with walking and your back hurting all day. You're walking through people's grass that hasn't been mowed in like 3 weeks, so you're like trudging through that stuff. It is not for the faint of heart. The one benefit to working at the post office is I could eat whatever I wanted to because I would work it off literally every single day. I'd walk so many miles every day. I could eat whatever I wanted. It was beautiful. But then my legs always hurt. 24/7, my legs were always in pain. There was not a day that I actually like lived when I worked at the post office that I didn't have like cramping legs, hurt legs. Because no matter how much water you drink, you're gonna lose all that water throughout the day. Marmot men's extra large shirt, $20.70, 50% out of 10% on offer, and this person accepted. Oh yeah. No. Shannon, my favorite one. You know what my favorite one is? Is it hot enough out here for you today? That was my favorite. Like, jackass, it is hot enough out here for me today. You know what I'd like? I'd like a nice cold Gatorade right now. I know you got one in your fridge. How about you come and offer it to me? I hated when people said that. Like, hot enough out here for you today? It's like, no, it's not. It's only 100 out, and I'm walking all day long. It's not hot enough, no. I think it could be a little hotter. Just a little hotter. I'd appreciate it if just turned up the heat just a little bit. As you can see, I'm flushed. My face is red. My shirt is completely soaked with sweat. It's not hot. No way. Not hot enough. It could be hotter. Like, oh, that's just like, it's just like punching you in the face for doing your job. That's what it is. We explain the danger zone on Nifty. Danger zone? I'm not really sure what the danger zone is. I've never heard of that. Danger zone on Nifty. Does anybody know what the danger zone is on Nifty? I've never experienced the danger zone. Maybe one day we can do a consignment thing. I have plenty. Of course, when I move, I'm going to open up consignment. Right now, I'm limited because I don't have enough space. I literally have 10 boxes in consignment on the way right now. I just don't have space. But as soon as we get moved, trust me, I'm opening up consignment. That's another reason why we're dropping the price on our house, because I need it to sell, because I'm literally losing money by not moving at this point. Anybody remember what these are? I'm not going to show the brand. Does anybody in the chat know what these are? Because these haunted me. Shorts. I'll give you the hint. They're shorts. Does anybody know what brand they are? They sold for $36. But these haunted me because when I was at the thrift store, I missed them. And if you watch any of my content, you know exactly what these are. I had to go back the next day after editing that video. I saw them and I was like, oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm rewatching this video, and I can't believe I completely missed these at the thrift store. But these right here, it's at the bottom detection page. Danger zone. It must mean that your items are not at the bottom of the page. I'm not sure. Reach out to customer support and see what danger zone means. I don't know what danger zone is. Danger zone removes all listings from a platform. No longer selling on the marketplace. You can reset the column. So maybe one of your marketplaces isn't hooked up correctly on Nifty. I don't know. I've never been in the danger zone. Inventory settings, danger zone, no longer selling on a marketplace. You can reset this column of your inventory. Gotcha. So you must have an issue with your current setup, how you have it linked. So I have a question. If you have a sec, when storing clothes and totes, is it okay to store in the garage? I've never had an issue storing items like this. That's why we use these plastic bags. There's no way any moisture and mildew is going to get into these bags. I've had items listed for over a year in my garage. It goes from cold to hot during those seasons. I've never had an issue with somebody getting an item and saying, ew, this item has mold in it. Like, I think that's what most people worry about. So yes, it is 100% safe to do so. Yes. These are the marine layer shorts that haunted me. I went back to the thrift store and I ended up grabbing them. And then right next to this one, I must have missed it, was a hoodie in the exact same spot. But these were in the men's section. These are actually women's marine layer shorts. I forget what I paid for these. I think I paid $13 or $14 for these. Paid up a little bit, but the reason I paid up is because I was so mad that I missed them. And these sold for $36 over on eBay plus shipping. So nice little flip. These were only listed for like a week or two and they already sold. I delivered newspapers when that was a thing, Sunday papers. I delivered newspapers too. My dad had a paper route for a little bit, and I used to help him out with it. When he was like in between jobs, he went to a paper route facility. He actually delivered to like a really, really rich area, and he would always get really good tips. So paper routes can be really lucrative if you deliver to the right areas. But yeah, those were, I remember delivering in the middle of the night start delivering at like 12:30, and you wouldn't get off work until, this is back when I was like 14. I would help them out. You wouldn't get off until like 6 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. Marine layer, everybody got it. Yep, those are the marine layer. I actually have a photo. I might post to my Instagram page, Instagram and Facebook page later today with the sale of them actually selling. But yeah, good old marine layer. I love it when it's still on the rack. Such a giddy little win. Yep. Yeah, couldn't believe I missed those marine layers. It really haunted me, but that's okay. At least I made that video, and I would have never known if I didn't make that video. Next up, this is a Vineyard Vines silk tie, and this has like soccer players all over it. Listed this one a little bit higher because it's a pretty cool print, and it's sold over on eBay for $24.99. Just a plain little tie like this, sold for $24.99. Again, these are really easy to spot in thrift stores, Vineyard Vines ties, because they all have different patterns, but they're all like cartoonish, kind of like this. They all have the same like cartoonish kind of style. So if you ever find these in thrift stores, super easy to spot. Sometimes they have flamingos or pineapples or Vineyard Vines logos all over them, but again, they look that like cartoonish style. So look out for them. You can grab them cheap, sell them for $25. Easy bread and butter sale. Found marine layer, very hit or miss. It used to be decent for a short time. It did. The reason why it's kind of getting hit and miss right now is because it's in a lot of discount stores. So as soon as a brand makes it into TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Nordstrom Rack, Ross, places like that, they usually take a little hit on resale value, and that's why you're seeing that with marine layer right now. It worked. I worked a completely mounted route once for one of the old timers, cookies, brownies, and drinks galore. Oh yeah. Those are the guys that don't like to get out of their truck and grab packages either. There was one, no joke. I wanted this route so bad, but there was just no way I was going to get it because I didn't have enough seniority. But there was a mail route in one of the offices I worked at that had it was like in a very rich and shaded area of St. Pete. And no joke, this guy got like $6,000 in tips every single year Christmas time. Six. He would brag about it. He'd come back every single day and be like, another $500 day. I'll be like, geez, man. And I would be working one of these like really crappy long routes, and I would leave with like $200 for the season. And he's like $6,000. Insane. He got same thing. He got treated the same way. He got cookies. He got drinks every day. There would be like 4 people on his route with drinks outside, and on my route, nothing. I wasn't in the best area delivery wise because I didn't have seniority, so that's one reason. But still, it's just, yeah. Some people made bank Christmas time. You can give your mailman tips. Don't feel bad about giving them tips. They're not really supposed to accept them, but they're not gonna not accept them, right? Last sale is Carbon to Cobalt. This is a men's button-up sweater. Picked this up. I don't know what I paid for it, but I just recently listed it. Probably paid like $6 or $7 for it. Sold for $24.99 plus shipping. Yes, it's a more of a wintertime item, but Carbon to Cobalt sells year-round. It won't sell for crazy money, but it will still sell. So list it. It'll sell year-round. It's a good year-round brand. It's a section of Nifty's inventory system that lets you clear your listing data for a marketplace from your inventory manager without affecting your actual listings on the marketplace. Got you. Okay. I've never had experience with that, so that's completely new to me. Everything I buy from y'all's for personal clothing. I just bought 4 Polo Ralph Lauren shirts for my son and grandson last week. Appreciate you, Tony. Let's go. All your orders, by the way, if you bought on Saturday show, they've almost shipped. That's the rest that we have to ship, and that's like, this is like 8 orders to ship worth, because those are the multi-item orders. But everybody else, if you bought like 1 or 2 items, your orders have all shipped. 1 to 4 items, your items have shipped. Everything else I gotta ship later. Just gotta wait for Kayla to get back. I was an RCA for a year, left for UPS. Yeah, I hear UPS's benefits are a little bit better. They pay a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I heard. I leave homemade cookies and caramel puff corn for my mail carrier. There you go. Yeah, I love the little treats. You guys don't know how much that really helps the mail carrier throughout the day, especially drinks. There are days when you're rushed by your higher ups, and you don't want to stop because, you know, even if you stop for a bathroom break, you get behind by like 15 minutes. And if you show up 5 minutes late to getting back that day based off your estimate, some of those carriers do get in trouble for that, especially newer carriers. So if you could stop and if you can give them treats and stuff or give them drinks, it does help them because they don't have to stop and get something themselves. Because water will do it for you, but there are some times during the day where I had to stop and get a Gatorade or something because I was just so thirsty that water wasn't even quenching my thirst. Again, 8 hours walking in the Florida heat is no joke. 8 hours walking in Texas heat is no joke. Like anywhere in the Florida or anywhere in the United States is no joke when it becomes a walking route for a mail carrier. And then also the delivery routes, if they're still driving the old trucks, none of those have AC in them. So you're just driving in a microwave all day and just sweating, just pouring sweat. All right, that's it. That's everything I have to ship out today. I appreciate everybody hopping in. All the questions for that came in today. Short amount of items to ship, but you guys kept the chat going, so I appreciate that. I do have a YouTube video, and it'll be out on Facebook today. It'll be another bolo video. It's going to be Gene's bolo video. It's already filmed. I just have to create a thumbnail for it, and that'll be published. It'll probably be published within the next 2 hours. So nice little bolo video for you guys. And then I might be live tomorrow morning, depending on what time we leave. But if not, I will see you guys again probably on Friday, Thursday or Friday when I get back. And then I'll try to post some content throughout the week. But I think the bolo video will keep you guys busy for the next couple days while I'm on a